Perek Chav Zayin, Mishnah Gimel. Carrying on from the previous Mishnah where we said that different materials, different soft materials, fabrics, have got different shiurim for medras. We said that beged has got a shear of shloisha al shloisha, 3 tvachim by 3 tvachim. Sock, 4 by 4. Leather, 5 by 5. Mappet, 6 by 6. This Mishnah is going to deal with what happens if you mix the fabric. When we say mix the fabric, we don't actually mean intertwine them so that the fabric itself has got a majority of that and a minority of the other. No, we're talking about a piece of cloth where part of it is pure beged and the other part, for instance, is pure sock. So, says the Mishnah, the shear for beged is 3 tvachim by 3 tvachim. But you have 2 tvachim by 2 tvachim. You have, 2 by 3 of beged, and the third tefach, you use sock, whose shear is really 4 by 4. So we're using sock, which has a bigger shear, to try and be mashlim the shear of beged l'chumra, which has a smaller shear. That isn't going to work. Similarly, the shear for sack is 4, but you're mashlim the 4th tefach with oir, whose shear is 5. Or arba min ha'or v'echad min ha'mapetz. You need 5 for oir, but you have 4 from oir, and you're mashlim the 5th one with mapetz, whose shear is 6. Tar, because you're using a material who's got a bigger shear, which needs a bigger shear for Kabbalah Stomach, to try and be machmir and be mashlim a shear for a smaller number. That doesn't work. The other way around, says the Mishnah, Chamisha min ha'mapetz v'echad min ha'or. A mapetz needs 6. You have 5 for the mapetz, and the 6th one you're mashlim from a material, i.e. the or, which is more chomerdik, which normally has a share of 5, or arba min ha'or v'echad min ha'sak, or shloisha min ha'sak v'echad min ha'beged tomei, because now you're being mashlim with a material which is actually more chomer, which the Mishnah summarizes and says zaklal. If you'll be mashlim the missing tefach, or the missing bit, with a material which is more chomer and actually has a smaller shear, then it works. But menakal mimenu tahor, using a shear with a beged, using a hashlama with a beged with a bigger shear doesn't work. The basic rule is, when we want to be mitzaref, 2 different things. The rule is, something which has different shiurim, something which has the same tumah and the same shear, the Mishnah says in Me'ilah, is mitzaref. Something which has a different shear, generally, 2 things with different shiurim are not mitzaref. However, when we're dealing with materials like beged, and the next one up sock, the materials are actually quite close in texture. They blend well. People actually, because they're close in texture, it's a regilis that people actually do mix beged with sock. Therefore, if one's trying to join two materials which are close to each other in the format we had in the previous Mishnah, i.e. beged with the next one up, which is sock, or sock with the next one up, oir, or with mappets, that works. However, if you were to skip one, using, for instance, beged with oir, they're too far apart. Then even if you're going to be mashlim lekula, even if you're going to be mashlim lechumra, it doesn't make a difference. Beged and oir are so intrinsically different that you can never be mitzvah of them. It's only the one with its close relative, the one next to it, beged and sock and oir and mappets. That's Mishnah Gimel and Mishnah.